It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Jags, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, no rain to worry about today, but as you'd expect this time of year, very muggy in downtown Jacksonville here at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Etienne up the middle. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a... But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he will get these to the midfield straight, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short. This part of the field, what do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Fourth and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Hurts. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Brown goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, McLean. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now they'll run on the ball. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Swift, throwing left. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville get on offense for the second time here in this game.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Allen. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. It's a touchback. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, alert, unlock right,
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. It's Kirk. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And again, it's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Second and 10. It's caught. Mitchell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And he will have the Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Well, hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And quickly, they get to the line. And the tight end goes in motion left. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down now, McLean calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Swift going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run with Swift. And this time he is in. Yes. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he won't get close.
This was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
We'll get this to about the 38.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 38 now. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall and... Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now in the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Taking away the one to get home and earn that sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Ridley here. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Second down and 6 now.
Hey, alert, alert.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 5. A give to ETN running right. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready, go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading. I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Allen going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release. It's just incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first, they're here. That clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the... Second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Allen's throw here taken in by Ingram. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, McLean, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Once again, it's Swift. And he won't be close to the 1st down as he runs into the wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule.
possession is 9/10 of the ball.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Folasade American. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. So after the INT, it's Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, alert, alert.
On the counter, ETN. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 4, 1:50 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. First down, and they go with Swift again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. And Hurts going to move him around. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to it. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now all eyes shift to the Jags, trailing by a field goal. 33 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Allen.
Complete. This is Mitchell.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Here's Allen. Open man downfield is Ridley.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Quick slant caught by Kirk.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Now Allen. Draw play. ETN.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Allen on first down, right back to ETN.
Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive.
Harrell airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
A gain of 3, second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it there always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Get in the end zone, fellas. Trap 50, trap 50. Go.
First throw of overtime for Allen. Running the slant, and he finds Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. ETN up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on third. He's got his target. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on first down is Allen. And it's complete to Mitchell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Straight ahead, ETN. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
On second down, a run with ETN.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Jaguars have won the game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.